I just clicked the. I clicked the live button already. I clicked it right when I said I'm going live.
Oh, I really wanted to talk to you about something.
Ah. Oops. Once that train's left the station, bro, there ain't no bringing it back.
I guess.
No way.
Can you mute your mic so I can tell you?
Well, I can. I can. Give me a second though, and make sure that you're muted.
Again.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Uh, hey, everybody. Um, where was it? China is all the DNA from pregnancy test and all DNA is getting sent to fucking China, and they are evolving some kind of biologic fucking weapon that specifically target special kind of DNA and what kind of race you are and shit like that. It's really fucking scary, dude.
Huh.
Especially with in mind all those fucking biolabs that are found around the world from China right now also, right?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. I link it in Discord. It's linked in Discord. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. what time did you do a show last night?
Oh, I don't know, 10 or something.
I put it around. That would just been around when I went to bed, man. I'm sorry I missed it.
Oh, that's all right. Let me see here.
What about Brazil?
The movie.
Make perfect. Now predicting technology will fall backwards.
We're engaged. There it was, yeah. Last night, I don't know if it says what time we were live. It doesn't give the time.
I saw an article with some scientists that said if we had to combat AI and all that technology that come out right now, the only way to do it is to destroy all technology we own. We have to fucking destroy everything, even the most simple fucking shit we have. We have to destroy that and go back to basically forget how to make fire. That's the only way the world will survive. What's his point?
Moo, Cyber, Crispy Cat, hey, Bitter, hello, Jeff Lund, hello, Daniel Anderson, hello.
But I would say that is a little too drastic, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like we could get the rest of the world onto that.
Hey to Conru. Right.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Politico. Beneath the politics of convenience, after reading through 20 fucking paragraphs, is the reality that a large segment of the U.S. government really does operate without much transparency or public scrutiny and has abused its awesome powers in myriad ways. Is that correct? In myriad ways? Or is it in a myriad of ways? I don't know. And sometimes the government bureaucracy really does exercise power over the commander-in-chief. Obama felt that the military pressure him into sending more troops to Afghanistan. Inexperienced George Bush was arguably led to war by a bipartisan cadre of national security insiders who had long wanted to take out Saddam Hussein. Whether any of this means there's a deep state in America depends on your definition. Your definition? Well, I think we should all have definitions that we can all agree on. You know, when I hear the term deep state and I look it up and the definition literally says a group, a body of people, typically influential, it says typically influential members of government agencies or the military believed to be involved in the secret manipulation or control of government policy. You're telling me these people don't exist? You're telling me somebody gets a lot of money and says, hey, I'm going to persuade a politician to vote and do something I want. Doesn't exist? You're telling me that, some famous basketball player that lives in a certain area that wants a soccer field or something for his kid's school goes and gives speeches, at the local homeowners association. Isn't using his power and influencing, legislation? Bullshit. It's systemic, and just because, it might not be organized doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Yeah, there's a lot of people in it for themselves, and I wouldn't call it a cabal, because I think a cabal recognizes that there's some kind of an organization. But you know what? The definition of deep state doesn't have the word cabal in it, and it doesn't say organized either. What do you know? My conclusion is that the deep state exists, and it would be very hard for someone to prove otherwise. When I can prove that it exists, I can prove that people use money to influence politicians and create legislation to benefit themselves. And that's what it is. A body of people involved in the secret manipulation or control of government policy. Typically believed to be involved in the secret manipulation. Sometimes it's not so secret. Sometimes you can follow the money right to the sources. Does that mean it's not a deep state? Because it can be traced? No, what that means is it can be traced and proven. Is this not interesting enough for you guys?
I'm interested.
Thank you. I want coffee.
I'm also interested in smoking.
I want my coffee first. Can you wait 3 minutes?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I can wait.
I'm going to go do it.
Can absolutely wait.
Okay. Talk to the people, sir. Say nice things.
I really need a fucking mouse to this laptop. I never had gotten used to a fucking touchpad. So annoying. Tony. Kipper.
Hey, Beazle, you getting sick of waiting for me, buddy? Sorry it took so long.
Welcome back.
Fuck. So I go to put the creamer back in the refrigerator. I'm all done with the coffee, and this tub of mustard falls out of the fridge and shatters. Fucking plastic, but it breaks on the floor, and I gotta clean that shit. So I cleaned it up. Took me a minute. Oh, look, Kepper and Token Tony Z didn't want to wait for me to smoke, Cyber. Pfft.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking figures.
What's up?
Fucking figures. I sit here and wait for them, but they don't wait for me. Wow. So rude. Kepper, Token Tony Z. So rude. Rude, man. Just rude. Play ball. You won't play ball, man. Psst. Unreal, says the kind brew, exactly. What else do you have to say? Swimming hot coffee says the halving. Nay's off the market, ladies. Sorry, well played, good sir. I drove my ex up to the mountains under the starlight with the view of the valley. She dumped me. Oh, really? Oh my god, no shit. Wow, Decon, sorry to hear that, bro. You'll smoke again? Whatever, Kepper. Whatever, man, you ruined it. We had a moment. It could have been so special, and you just shit all over it, bro. You and Token Tony Z piling on. See, Token Tony Z is right there to pile on. Just to make it worse, just to rub salt into the wound. It takes me a minute, man. I gotta get my cafepi. I gotta get my dab ready. I gotta get heated up. I gotta ask Cyber if he's got a bowl packed. It's a whole process involved here, people. What are you doing? Oh, really? Cuban coffee is black cocaine? Really? Is that like cappuccino? Is that like a cappuccino? Cuban coffee? Like super strong?
No, that would be espresso, right?
Espresso. Espresso, right. Espresso.
And I don't even fucking drink coffee, and I know that shit.
Mm-hmm. Espresso. 22. So it would be 23. I didn't do 22.50. Alright. No, Kepper, you can smoke again. It's okay. It's okay, Kepper. You and Token Tony's here fine. Oh, cool. Thank you, Tula. I can't wait. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to receiving it. It's fun when you send me stuff. Wow, look at the price of Bitcoin, everybody. 42,130 all of a sudden. So it's going up. It's going up nicely. And I'll show it to you on the chart so you can see it going up right there. I'll get it all on screen here. Here we go. Now, if you're watching on Instagram, you probably can't see that, so consider watching on Rumble, please. Rumble.com/user/Nays Garden Cyber. Cheers. Cheers to everyone that's watching and all the chats. Thank you so much for joining in, everybody. Cheers.
Yes, bro.
Cheers, bitter. Hey, Kieran. God, it's so nice to just be able to cough out here and not have dirty looks thrown in my general direction. Ah, it's nice. So Rogan got a full harness today for the first time. And,
A full what?
a harness.
Ah.
So, I'll show it to you.
Oh. Why is that?
It helps control him when you're walking him, makes him feel more secure. It will be easier for my mom to walk him, and you can lead him around from the front or the back. And I put it on him, and he started crying after a few minutes, and I realized it was too tight, so I loosened it up, and he's all good. He was just standing there going, I was like, what's wrong? I felt it. I was like, holy shit, it's snug. But he could sleep in it, so I know he's comfortable in it. It's really just made for whenever you take him outside. You don't have to leave it on him all around the house. It's Cuban espresso, yes, but it's brewed like regular beans and sweetened with brown sugar, turning it black into a foamy, potent narcotic. Yeah, I've had that before. Someone used to make that for me, and I can't remember who it was. Oh, he can't bolt after bears. Well, he can. It'd just be easier to control him when he does.
Yeah, I seen small dog have that. People have that on chihuahuas and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. We got him the large size. There's an extra large. There's a small, a medium, a large, and extra large. You fit in a large. At the very end of it too, it's as much as I could stretch it out basically, but it was just enough to be loose on him. Tuesday? Cool. Are you crying, dude? Did it tighten up on you? Let me see. No, it's loose. I just want to make sure. He's crying. You want me to take that off, Ruby? I'm gonna have to get down here to do it. You want me to take that off, buddy? Okay, I'll take it off. Oops. Well, you gotta get up. I'm gonna take that off. You have to stand up. You gotta stand up, bees. Oh. You gotta stand up. There you go. There you go. Thank you. Come here. Thank you. Easy. There's still a little bit more that I can. If I go like this. Yes. I made it even. I've got it to the very end here. Now, this one is just about the same way. I've got them both. That's it. So this should be fine on you, bees. You want to put it back on you? Good boy, good boy. There you go. What do you think? Okay, right here. Wait. This one first. Let's see how loose that is. That is super loose on that side. And now this side. How is that? That's fine. It just bothers you after a while? Is that what it is? It's not tight. I got it so loose. I think it's perfect. I want to take them for a walk with it. It's going to be fun. I want to try it out.
Yeah, I get that.
No, he didn't sound happy when he was laying down. He started doing that crying thing, but I checked it and he's just totally, it's completely unobstructed.
I guess it's because it's not used to it, right?
Maybe. He seems to like it. Like when I gave it to him, he's like just now he let me put it on him, no problem. You want to go outside? You want to go try out your harness? Is that what you want to do? You want to go for a walk? Or you want to go lay down? You want to go lay down? God, this dog is so fucking cute. Oh my god. Your face, dude. It's your face, dude.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, I get fingers around both sides, no problem. Nice and I get my whole hand under both sides, all the way around, no problem. Nothing's tight. Nothing is. It totally feels nice on him. Yeah, I think it's comfortable for him. I think it makes him feel like a person, because now he's wearing clothes. He's got his gear on. You got your gear
Tactical
on.
gear.
You got your gear on. Oh, yeah. Look at you. You look so good. You look so good with your gear on. Yeah, you do. He was... Hey, Melanie. He was a little embarrassed when my mom and I were trying to call him in the room, and he was like standing halfway in the room and halfway out. I'd say, Ro, come in here. And he'd like move kind of behind the wall a little bit more and then look out at me. I took a picture of him doing that. I literally took a picture of him, dude, because it was so funny.
That's fucking
Look at him. He stood there for so long, bro, and he was like, he'd like hide behind that door with his little thing on. He's so cute. God. It's got reflective. The whole thing's all the white on it's reflective, so cars can see it. It's nice. Super reflective.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
So it doesn't feel tight on him at all. It's funny is I don't know if I could think I could. I think that's all of it. Hey, what's up, buddy? You got your activity vest on. You got your superhero suit on. Look like a superhero. You look like a superhero, Beazle. I should put your tracker on you. Hey, Moni. You don't take it out after the walk? We've never used it before. I just got it. Just an hour. I just got here. I just put it on him. I had to size it for him and stuff because it was too tight, you know. I had to readjust it. Nice and loose. There's absolutely no tension on it at all, man. I'm just, now that he's laying right here, I was able to really adjust it. But it is on the largest setting of the large. So he probably could have used an extra large that was like on the small size, on the small.
Yeah.
Tightened up.
You're a big boy. You are one big boy. You're one big customer. Beasley.
What's up, buddy? What's up? You're gonna go for a walk, that's right. Dude, I can do that dab of OG Kush and I am obliterated completely. The sun. The sun is a giant star. And it's burning out there. It's just burning. It's like fire. It's like fire. It's like burning. It's on fire. It like, at one point it ignited. At one point it just caught on fire. It wasn't always on fire.
It is actually not fire, to be scientific.
Okay, what was it? What was it? What is
It's
it?
nuclear fusion. It is fusion.
Okay, so why does it look like fire, and why does it look like there's fire coming off of it?
That's plasma coming out of it. It's not directly fire, right?
Dude, I thought it was plasma.
It's hot as fuck.
I thought it was plasma because I listened to my leader, Donald Trump. Plasma.
Oh yeah, Donald Trump. They say that if you pour water over a magnet.
Let's go back to this, Cyber. So it wasn't always plasma on fire, burning, producing all that heat. What was it before it was that, and how did it start? What created the ignition that started the plasma-ing?
I have been told what it is, but I cannot fucking remember. it's something to do with pressure and fucking gravity and shit like that, I guess.
No, but this is my next question. Just think, whatever chances it took for that one sun to do that thing, and then just think of all the billions and billions and billions of other times that's happened to other plasma balls out there, and they got planets zipping around them, and there's so many of them because there's a whole bunch of them in each galaxy, and we can see all these different galaxies, and they got all these plasma balls with all these fucking planets, and you gotta ask yourselves, what are the fucking chances of all of those goddamn things igniting in that way and then creating these planets and then being so different from each other and having and oh, this is my favorite, galaxies that are spinning in the other direction that we thought that all galaxies spun in. You know, shit like that where you're like, yeah, this shit's been going on longer than the fucking Big Bang, obviously. They've proven that with this.
No. That might have been longer than the Big Bang. That's not really true. It's just because that the Big Bang happened longer than expected because we learn more and more. You know, we get more and more information, so the time gets longer and longer, and we can see further and further back. And there's also something to do with the Hubble constant, how fucking fast the universe expands. It expanded faster when we thought. So when you saw those galaxies back there, they thought they were older than the universe, but they are not because of acceleration and
not older than the universe, just that the universe is older than what they said it was. They say the universe is 4.7 billion years old. You know,
I really don't have a problem with that. They changed that number because they get newer information and have to update the old information.
They say it came from a fucking single atom and it all exploded, and this is what happened.
It's not an explosion; it's a rapid expansion, and there's a huge fucking difference in those two. All flat earthers always use it was an explosion. It was not an explosion. It was a rapid fucking expansion. If you take an explosion, everything go fucking boom. If you take a balloon and rapid fucking blow it up in an instant, it don't fucking explode. It just inflate. It's two different fucking concepts.
Okay, it's kind of like an explosion in a bubble. A contained explosion?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay, no, this is what I'm saying.
Don't go fucking religious on me, bro.
No, I'm just saying, dude, the fucking...
You just got fucking engaged to be married and next you probably believe in God. What the fuck would I know?
People are trying to say that the universe is only a certain amount, and all I'm saying is the universe has always been here, and our little human minds just can't comprehend that concept, is that it has always been here. We can't. No, we have to say it came from something. It must have. No, it didn't, because it's always existed.
I have watched a lot of fucking documentaries on that shit. We watched Roger Penrose and all the other who came up with all those concepts and shit. And it had to fucking begin somewhere, but it might. How can I explain it? It might be continuous. Roger Penrose had that idea. It's a cycle. It's a fucking continuous cycle. We have the Big Bang, it fucking expand, and even it keep expanding and go into a big rip, or it inflates again and go in, and then there comes a new Big Bang. So it's a fucking cycle that keep going. And who knows if this universe is just the only one, you know. But as you say, we don't fucking know. And that's why when we found out of new information, we update the old information, you know. We kind of have to do that, and that's all flat earther is against fucking that. Oh, because back in 1800, the scientists said that and that and that. Yeah, that was back in the 1800s. Now we have different fucking tools. We can measure way more precise. So the fucking whatever the measure gonna change, be more precise. So the numbers gonna change. Right?
Universe has always been here.
I don't think that. It makes no sense. It literally makes no sense.
Why does it? Does everything make sense?
No, but
okay. Well, there you go. It doesn't always have to make sense. That's the other thing.
It cannot just be there. It has to come from something. It cannot just be there. You know, what was before that was just there. There has to be something before. You know.
You know, it's always been here. It's always been here. The universe has always existed. This space with all of this shit in it, it's always been here. Some of the things like the planets and the suns and whatever, they're newer and they've come from, Big Bang type explosions and things, but those things existed inside the universe that's always been here. And when someone thinks that the Big Bang created everything, and you don't think that there's actually things beyond the scope and the realm of the Big Bang, they've already proven that it does. There's not a wall. You don't just hit a wall and it doesn't just stop. It doesn't just,
The theory of the Bootis void, the big void you can see in the cosmic background radiation, that picture they have, that actually proves the Big Bang. That's another thing. Oops. On that, there's a big fucking void, a big cold spot they call Bootis void. And right now, the working theory with that is that our universe have popped into another universe, and that cold spot you have right there is the collision between the two universes. That's why that cold spot is there. I have probably watched fucking thousands of hours of documentaries about the fucking universe and all that shit. Not even fucking exaggerating here. I truly believe that it cannot just always have been there. It makes no fucking logical sense, bro. It have to start somewhere. Something have to have created something that did it. I don't say it's a deity. I don't say it's a fucking simulation. I just say something has to have started.
Everything comes from something as a human concept. We didn't create the universe, so we don't get to write the rules.
Matter cannot be destroyed or created. It's always
Bro,
there.
we don't dictate it. You make it sound like humanity dictates what goes on, and you literally said we're constantly learning that we're wrong about shit.
Yeah, but now you sound like a flat earther again, because that we have the laws of the universe. Those laws. Like gravity.
So was the whole universe created 4.3 or 4.7 billion years ago from a single expansion that happened in a microsecond? And then all the planets and all of the stars. What's that?
Before I lose my train of thought, shut up. Those laws of the universe, like the gravitational constant 7.4 meters per second down for the gravity acceleration down, or whatever it is, all those things is the what we call laws. It's not man-made. We just put mathematics and words into describing how the universe works. It's not like the humans have made it up.
Oh, it's man-made.
Just describe it.
No, it's man, and sometimes that description is completely wrong. And many times, and with the new technology, like you said, we're not defining it, man. We're guessing. It's always hypothesis, because we're always finding out we're wrong about shit.
We're not wrong about everything.
Well,
but not about everything.
That's provable, but at the same time, when it comes to the creation of the universe, most people on this planet believe it was done in 7 days by a fucking god. And if your whole concept of how this, let me talk now. If your whole concept now of how everything was created in all of whatever in the universe all happened because of something that was dictated to you from watching hours and hours and hours of documentaries, well then I'm here to tell you that, there's more to that than what these documentaries have told you. There's a lot more to it.
No doubt. But that don't make those documentaries and a lot of those theories they have wrong and non-existent.
Right. Well, I would hesitate to call any of them documentaries, any of them. Because
the World Science University and shit.
I don't care. I don't care who's doing it, dude. Look at NASA. Look at all the lying. They've lied about so much shit to us. It's like you trust everything that the government agency tells you.
I don't trust everything. That's why I go into and watch shit like fucking Flat Earth.
So you need to listen for the weasel words. You got to listen to, probably, scientists think, there's a million of them, Cyber, and when you listen to all these documentaries, they're going to say that shit. They're not going to say, we know it.
And watch which people I follow. I don't follow a guy from YouTube that sit down in his fucking basement and dictate shit on YouTube. That's not the kind of documentaries I'm talking about.
These aren't documentaries. They're people they're just human beings coming up with whatever science they think they know. And I've seen them wrong about so much shit.
Just because you clearly know more about what I'm watching than I do, Bounty.
I know a lot about bullshit, and I'm telling you that a lot of that shit is bullshit.
I don't. I'm really gullible apparently to you. So is that the point you're
How-
trying to make?
I'm trying to make the point that watching a bunch of documentaries and hours of information
And I
on
cannot
this,
discern the fuck
which
what
nobody has
myself.
any proof of really, and they tell you this is what we think is going on, this is what we think happened, isn't
How the fucking you pronounce
hypotheses.
Exactly. That's what they do. But they have a lot of fucking knowledge behind it, a lot of fucking experience behind it, a lot of fucking math that fucking line up. You know? I'm not saying all of it. I mean, what got me up and ringing right here, you don't know what I'm watching, what I have watched, and you just fucking hand-wave dismissed all of it as fucking bullshit.
Well, because my concept demands that. My concept is it's always existed and it always will exist. It's always been here. That's my so it goes against everything that all of these time limits and came from one atom.
And what you're saying is absolute true. That's how you fucking that's how you present it, bro. And that's what pissing me off, because you don't know. You don't know it always been there.
Right, neither of us do. Neither of us do, but bro,
either don't present it like I'm an idiot because
I'm not saying you're an idiot. All I'm saying is you have your opinion and I have my opinion. My opinion is it's just basically goes against everything that you say. And my opinion is it's always been here. It's so simple. It's such a simple concept that the universe has always been here.
It makes me think like you're sitting there and telling me everyone who don't agree with you is a fucking idiot.
I never said that. I never said that. You know what, Cyber? You believe what you want. Those words never came out of my mouth, and I never insinuated it.
Listen, hey, bro, I'm not trying to start. Listen what you say. When you say it like you say it, it's so simple, everyone should not be fucking able to get it. That way you present that is fucking to say it to everyone. They can just fucking get.
Wait, listen to Pinoy. He's gonna tell us. He's gonna tell us how the universe was created, or if it's always been here. Go ahead, Pinoy.
Shut the fuck up.
He said you better shut the fuck up.
Me personally, I think the universe has always been here.
Yeah, man.
And
that's easy.
Man.
It's so easy.
We can't do by some sort of chemical.
It's so easy, bro. It's such an easy concept.
But you say, do you know what always means? That means there was nothing. Never
Yes, that means it's always been here. It's just something you gotta wrap your brain around. It's no, it doesn't have to make sense at this moment, Cyber. But that's what I believe, and that's what Pinoy believes.
Me personally, I don't think that a human being can just pick up a rock and be like, I'm gonna carbon date this and just guesstimate on how long.
You cannot carbon date rocks.
I'm just saying,
biologically terrible. You cannot carbon date.
Try to carbon date some shit and then talk about, okay, we're just gonna guesstimate on how long the universe has been around. Nobody really knows, bro. Nobody knows.
You don't carbon date to guess how old the universe works. That's two different things.
I'm just saying.
My whole point around this is it's all local. When any science, Cyber, that we claim to understand about our universe, it only pertains to the part of the universe that we can experience.
We can see, to the visible horizon that we can see of the universe. I totally agree with that.
That's it. Then you can't prove anything past that point. And they try to say the Big Bang was this big and it affected this much. And you're like, okay, so what's beyond that? Well, it's constantly expanding. Yeah, it's constantly expanding. What's light years in front of that? What's light years in front? Are you telling me that it doesn't keep going and going and going? I mean, where's the fuck was Vulcan at? Where was that planet at? How the fuck did they find Mr. Spock? If other planets don't exist in other places from different times, how did they find? Dude, Mr. Spock is my evidence.
I have to disagree with every fucking ounce of my fucking body, man. You sound like a fucking flat.
Cyber, it's a human concept that you're thinking. That something, everything has to come from something. So okay, then
No,
what?
no,
Then this
I just
entire
say that
universe
it
came
makes-
from what? What do you think it came from? I mean, the entire universe. I'm not talking about the Big Bang. I mean everything beyond that. Where do you think all that shit came from?
I have no answer to that, but in my mind, it makes no logical sense that it's always been there. It has to have started at some point. Time is a fucking factor. Time exists. You know, we're constantly going, even in that direction in time, it's constantly moving like that. That
Right.
means at some point in that direction, something have started, right? It had. I mean, it's a fucking scale.
Bro, you're
That
talking
way-
about it
that
like
way.
it's some kind of an Indy car race or something. It started and then it went for a couple of laps
No,
and then it
but
finished.
time is a concept that's constantly moving. It's not. I mean, and
Okay.
time has been there since the start of the fucking universe.
Yes.
Time is something that human beings created, man.
And why
No,
can't the
no,
universe
not-
just have
and I
always?
can
Why
prove-
can't time have always been here?
Nate, tell me, I can prove time is not just a made-up concept. When you make a cup of tea, the time is directly fucking involved in how strong that tea is, how long that tea bag is in. So it's not just a made-up human concept. Time is something you can do to measure shit and something you can do to create shit with. So time is not just a concept. It's not. And sorry, I'm getting worked up. But
No, bro, dude. You know, it's better than
mean-
fucking
Stop
sitting here
yelling
not
at
saying
me.
and not saying anything.
No, but I feel Nate is fucking going flat earth on me, man.
Bro, the Earth is round, but you know what? There's a whole bunch of other round objects out there, and there's so many fucking round objects out there in space that it makes me believe that shit happened beyond our scope. You know,
Absolutely.
that's
I
all.
don't agree, and there happens so much we cannot explain, and we do not know, and there's without our fucking grasp of the human mind. I totally agree on that.
What if
Well,
the
all we
what
know
if the
is
universe?
It was just not always that. It's something have started.
If they say the universe is always expanding, and you've heard that concept, right? They've got evidence that says
Yeah,
that
but right now the theory is actually that the universe is slowing down and contracting again. That is the
So
most
all
likely theory
during
right
was this all during humanity's lifetime, or was this way before mankind that it started? It started. Wait, so it's all what now? What are they saying? What's the
now. Yeah,
evidence?
the Hubble constant is that the universe is moving in a constant rate. That was disproved. The universe is not moving at a constant rate, and that Roger Penrose now is setting up a fucking concept that it go up and it expand and it retract into a single point again, and then there comes a new Big Bang, and then it keep fucking cycling like that.
Okay.
And that dude Roger Penrose, that is one of the.
You made
fucking
it sound like a
leading
black
fucking
hole,
scientists.
bro. Like
Black
everything
holes and
warps
Big
into a
Bangs
black
and-
hole. You made it
what?
sound like everything warps into a black hole. But isn't there a black hole at the center of every galaxy? Isn't that basically what galaxies revolve around? Like a black hole?
Yeah, and
I believe that they have actually found black holes.
But the
inside all
concept you're
galaxies. I don't
talking
know if
about-
it's all galaxies, but I actually believe it is. all
What you're
galaxies.
talking about is basically one giant black hole is going to suck everything into one point and blow up, right? It's like,
Yeah, probably.
that's fucked up, Cyber. Why you got to be so negative, man?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a point. I mean, the other concept is the fucking big web, you know, where it keep fucking expanding and expanding so long that all the atoms are gonna end ripping apart, you know, there's nothing left.
Where the fuck is
Even better though.
where's old boy at?
Feel like I'm back.
Didn't know I left.
You don't wanna hear me fucking yell. No, but it really don't make any sense that it should have always been there. I cannot get that concept into my brain. I really can't.
It's not hard. That's not hard to conceptualize.
I know what you mean, but the concept makes no fucking sense inside my mind because something has to have started somewhere.
But if it's always been here, then it would disprove the concept that something would have always had to start somewhere, right? Then that little belief would be disproved, right? Well, prepare yourself, my friend, because with the new science coming out, I have a feeling that is exactly what you're going to be told eventually from scientists. Is that, you know what, we've determined that the universe has always been here. And then you're going to be like, no, you know what you're going to be like? You're like, Nate totally prepared me for this. It's cool. I'm good with that.
Then I'm going to go flat earth.
No, you're not, because you'll be like, I actually thought about it. And it didn't make sense to me at the time, but now that fucking the James Webb Telescope is reporting in that they've proved it, and they used AI and it calculated it out and blah, 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 and all the science points to, wow, the universe has always been here. And, you know, everybody's mind is going to be blown, but at the same time, all the people that were thinking about the Big Bang creating everything in our realm are going to be like, okay, right, so there was a giant explosion around locally where we are. You know, of course, but, you know, somewhere else, there's other explosions that are moving galaxies in other directions, which, yeah, right, not explosions. My bad.
It's all good. It's just a pet peeve of mine. It's not
It's
funny.
No, I'm not a flat earther, bro. I'm with
I
you.
know you're not.
I'm with
I know
you.
you're not.
I am with you. I'm totally for the science.
But I get why people say an explosion because that's how it's fucking told, you know. But there's a difference on a fucking hand grenade and if you blow a balloon up really fast. It's two different things.
There is this guy that Joe Rogan had on his show, one of these guys that does philosophy. No, not a flat earther, like a philosopher guy. And he said, well, this James Webb Telescope has proven that the universe has probably always been here. And then he starts talking about multiverses, and I'm like, oh.
What episode is that?
I'll find it for you. No Law Regarding Cannabis. Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for watching all the chats, guys. There's 20 of you here. That's cool. At least 20, 22.
Hell yeah. It's been a while since I watched Joe Rogan. I was into him for a while.
Yeah, I covered this on my channel, so if I just go to my channel.
Is it recently?
No, it was a while back. Back in California.
Okay. Yes, quite often Joe Rogan have those people on. Remember when I showed you that episode with Randall Carlson and what's his name? The other one with the glasses, with Atlantis. You kind of fucking fit, dude. Welcome back, Pinoy. You're muted.
Got a phone call, my bad.
So I thought you left because you didn't want to hear me fucking screaming at you.
Okay.
Stop yelling at
That's
me.
weird.
I'm
not coming up.
I'm fucking sorry, man.
Live.
Bro, that's a very controversial subject, bro.
I mean, I don't, shit like that can't get me fucking worked up. I don't know. I don't know.
Bro, like at the end of the day, nobody really knows how the universe was made. It could either been a God made it or somehow by some nature fucking, made.
Now you get me worked up again because there is no fucking God that made any fucking universe. That don't fucking exist.
Nobody really knows, bro.
I know.
Nobody really knows.
If there was If there was a god, it'd have to be the most fucking evil god ever who get kids born with fucking diseases without limbs and shit, let people fucking dying for no fucking reason, have hunger going on in the world, have war going on in the world, all because of fucking religion. And that god have never fucking steps his foot down and says, stop that shit. So if there was a god, he's a fucking evil fucking motherfucker. And
I've never heard that before.
Throw the first
30 years
touch when I fucking see him. I mean, I don't give a fuck.
We've held the exotic animal contract for the Dollywood corpse
So, prove me wrong.
Bro, I mean, the way I think about it is, if there was one supreme being that created life, I don't think he created life thinking that all this crazy bad shit is gonna happen, bro. I think that just snowballed onto itself as human beings progressed on this planet.
Yeah. But
if God created life, because I'm saying, if I was a god and I created life, and I'm like, oh, all right, let me see how this goes.
Okay, it's not a deep question. Okay, that's the first problem I had with that. It's not a deep question. It's a basic question.
Fault. That's just
it's a stupid question, and it's got a stupid answer.
But if he's a god, he should be divine, right? He a deity. He have all power. He's all-knowing. All power.
He likes to think about it two ways.
Why? He should have seen it coming.
You've got reality.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? You've got reality, and then you've got fiction, and that's it.
Just don't like religion.
So you've got the way that makes sense, and that's the way you like to think about it. Oh, but then there's the flight of fancy that he likes to think about it too. Why? Why? What a waste of fucking resources. What a waste of time. What a waste of energy. What a waste of brain power. But I digress. So let's go on.
This is the Rogan show.
Remember I said that you said all those documentaries I talked about I watched. Some of them is with that dude right there, Brian Greene. He is one of the of science, World Science Festival or World Science University or something like that. He make videos there, present conference that's going on there. Mm-hmm. So he was one of them.
So good. Then he's got credibility with you.
And let me just stop right there. When he says one is it could be. No. Number one is correct. And that's what he's going to tell you right now. He's going to literally tell you what the Big Bang was. And it is the most common sense answer I've ever heard anyone else say. And it's the exact same answer that I came up with years ago, thinking on my own, getting high with you guys, thinking about how stupid it was that people thought the Big Bang created everything. And it's just stupid. And I was like, well, that's not true. That's just dumb. And we have no way to test that anyway. We're in a very small part of the galaxy, let alone the fucking universe. We don't have a way to know. We talked about this. And those of you guys who have heard me talk about this, I want to hear from you. Who has ever heard me discuss this before on this live show?
One is it could be that the Big Bang was an interesting event, but not the first event in the totality of reality.
Yeah.
It could have been the first event that sparked the expansion of our part of space.
Yeah.
But it could be that there's a grander realm of space
where
we sit as a small part, and that grander realm may have been there for a far longer period of time.
Yeah.
It may have experienced its own Big Bangs, maybe a collection of Big Bangs that may extend infinitely far into the past. So it could be that the answer to the question what happened before the Big Bang is a lot of other Big Bangs, or a lot of other quantum events that were taking place in a larger landscape of reality than we have direct access to.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or another answer.
No. End the clip, you dumbass. That's when you should have shut the fuck up. Because you got it.
You should have let the clip going so you could hear both sides. You know. I see what you're getting at. I totally see what you're getting at.
Because, he's been exposed to a whole bunch more of the science than I have. And he's coming up with the same concept that I'm coming up with. Exact same concept is that there's more out there.
What that concept, he said that's not a new concept.
I know.
That's an old one.
I know, but I came up with it on my own.
Oh, yeah.
Just thinking about it. I was like, I don't buy that fucking the Big Bang created everything. It just doesn't, I don't believe that shit. I saw a picture of all the galaxies that we could see with this was with the with before James Webb. was with the Hubble.
Well, like with like the Hubble.
Yeah,
With, like the Hubble telescope.
Yeah, the Hubble took a amazing photograph of all these galaxies. I was looking at them. I looked at the zoomed in picture of them, and I was like, they're all spinning different ways, man. It's like these things came from different directions. It's not like they're all the exact. It's like when you think there's some kind of expansion, you would think that things would be doing the same thing. But I'm seeing
but you have to
it's like one rotating like this, and there's like one that looks like this, and they look all different kinds of ways and shit. All these different, all the galaxies look different.
I think the spin, why they're spinning different directions, right? Let's say you have a big mass here, and a clump of whatever other loose mass come from this direction. It will go this way around, right? It came from this direction over here. It will go this way around, right? That's two different directions right now, right? So
that made perfect sense to me.
Depends on where the debris come into the galaxy, into the main fucking body, which way it's gonna start to spin.
I imagined that, unlike what you like to say when I say it was an explosion and you say it's not an explosion, I imagined just, two black holes or two galaxies colliding and creating that, and it was maybe over a period of time. Maybe it didn't all happen in one instant, because it just seems so hyperbolic to me when scientists say that all happened in a blink of an eye, and everything that we know, everything that we can see happened in one split of a second. Not even.
No, that's they say that the expansion started, right? It's still expanding, so it all just didn't happen in an instant. It expanded and then it expanded. But have you heard of the galactic filament?
No. Have you heard of I Dream of Jeannie?
What?
I Dream of Jeannie. Look at Pinoy's hair. Look at Pinoy's hair. Okay, there's this woman, and she was a genie, and her hair was up on top of her head like Pinoy's, right? And she'd go like, yeah, what? You see what he's doing? And she would do exactly what Pinoy's doing. She'd blink and nod her head, and in an instant, she would, boom, big bang, just like that. Just like that. Blink. That is a good demonstration of how fast.
The galactic filament, look that up. It's actually pretty mind-blowing. I'm not saying this is right or it's a concept, but it might be pareidolia, But those galactic filament they have found, the kind that stretches throughout the whole universe through galaxies and shit. Those galactic filaments, that pattern they create is exactly the same as this in human brain for the synapses. It's not something I'm making up. It's fucking right, dude. I'm not saying the universe is a big brain. Don't fucking. I'm not saying that. It's just it looks like that. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's kind of mind blowing when you look at it because the similarity is 100% there. I mean.
Do you know what else I've seen looks like that?
No.
Garbles in my bong.
Yeah, me too, actually.
And all the network is a network of electrons, the firing energy through the network.
What about that slime mold? That slime mold that can walk through a fucking maze.
Yeah, I know. You told me about that one.
That's fucking mind blowing. That's fucking mind blowing.
Well, I saw this guy write a software program and he designed these rooms, and he made the software program run itself over and over and over and over and over and over again, and it fucking taught itself from trial and error how to walk through the rooms, bro. It was fucking crazy.
People, they make programs that play games for them. And then you see it try to fucking run through the level fucking 500 times and failing, and then it keep fucking evolving, and at the end it fucking play Mario by itself.
That's what this guy's thing did. That was crazy. He made a game for it. So yeah, they do that with Mario, huh?
Yeah.
That's fucking badass. Wow, and I get you. I bet you it plays perfectly, right? It doesn't miss a fucking beat. It knows.
In the end, yeah, but it keeps fucking failing because it
But
has to learn what to do, right?
yeah,
But
but in the
end,
last
it's
run,
perfect.
it must do the last
Yeah.
run perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I've been
mean,
watching a lot of I've watched a lot of that stuff where they're saying that they found a bunch of crap out in Antarctica and stuff like that. You know, like stuff buried in the snow. I guess it makes sense, you know, the poles being in a different spot, like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago.
oh sure, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, bro. I'm sure the planet has shifted over time. Absolutely.
Right. It's just
Don't you
pretty
think,
cool
cyber,
to,
right? Don't you think that the spin of the Earth has changed over the millions it's been here for?
No.
The planet Earth? You think it's always
Spin-
been spinning,
spin
just
has-
like
the
it's been
spin has
spinning?
always been the same.
What?
The magnetic field have fucking wandered around. I'm not agreeing that, and I don't think it's the top of the north is the north. North and south is not a fucking concept in space, but on Earth, the North Pole is top of Earth, right? It's the top of the spinning axle where we spin around, right? And the same with south. It's always been like that. I don't think. I would like to be proven wrong because I hate to fucking sit here and think like a fucking.
Well, here's the question: is it
But I don't
shifting?
think that the poles have shifted.
Is it okay? It's
Yeah.
not shifting. Nothing's shifting right now.
The magnetic field is, but not the pole. The pole's gonna stay where it is, right? It's just the magnetic field who wanders.
No, I don't think Antarctica has always been a straight barren wasteland of snow, because they've done core samples and found vegetation that's for like a jungle, you know, like equator type of whatever land.
Well, yeah, I mean,
So,
he's just saying that the Earth has always been spinning on its axis the way it's been spinning. You know, I'm sure there was a time when the entire planet was on fire too, bro.
Right.
You know,
Volcanoes and shit.
the whole planet was covered by salt water from ocean. There wasn't any land, I bet. You know, and we know that the continents have shifted over time.
Oh yeah. One big
quite a
continent,
bit.
Pangea.
And we know that we think that this is a crazy one, guys. Check this out. Native Americans, now they're thinking came across a land bridge from Asia. And that's how North America got populated, via the land bridge in Alaska, via Asia. Isn't that crazy?
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. Think about that. Yeah, they were like, they found some evidence or something that I can't remember what it was. And they were like, yeah, we are now pretty sure that I think it was DNA testing. They did it with DNA testing. Yeah. So I guess I could look that up, but it's pretty.
Now let me ask you guys: do you think that human beings evolved from a monkey, or there were human beings and then there were the monkey people?
But where did the human being come from? They have to come from somewhere, right?
Where did the monkey people come from?
They evolved from. I believe in evolution.
It's just weird that we're the only species on the planet that
Look at
evolved into bipedal creatures.
Look at the fossil record, bro. It's easy. Just check it out.
But
Look at
there's
the
monkeys can walk on two legs.
look at the Homo
Bears can walk on
sapien.
2 legs.
There's like a whole
They're not
progression.
people, though. They're not people using tools and etc.
No, but as they say, if you follow the fossil record all through the apes up to the early Neanderthals and what was before the Neanderthals and all that, it kind of makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, dude.
But what's crazy to me is that there was Neanderthals and modern day humans in the same era fighting each other. So if we evolved from one thing, you know, from one genus, then how is there two different, you know?
Why can they coexist for a few 100 years, 100,000 of years? Well, I mean, it's not like they say the humans evolved from the Neanderthals. When the first human hybrid or whatever you want to call it came out, that would not eradicate rest of the Neanderthals, right? They will still coexist.
Right. Yeah. It's just weird to me that they're like both species were at the height of their their hunting, gathering, and all that crap. They were all both at the height and coexisting. Like running into each other, etc.
Yeah,
It's
but
just-
they were not really both at the height, well, because the modern human eradicated the Neanderthals. That was the main reason why the Neanderthals died, right? They got hunted out by the modern human man.
Right, by the modern Homo sapiens. Yep.
Yeah. So it was probably something like there was Neanderthals and the human evolved, and then when there was enough fucking humans around, they took out the Neanderthals. I don't know.
Right. I understand what you're saying.
But I don't know. But I believe it was also record. It makes sense to me. It really does.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was aliens. I don't think it was aliens. I believe in aliens, but I don't think aliens have anything to do with the humans. I don't.
Like you're talking like the Anunnaki
Yeah.
and all,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I
Have you
100% believe in
ever
aliens,
watched-
but
Bro, a good Anunnaki movie is The Fourth Kind.
yeah,
If you've
yeah,
ever watched,
yeah,
that's a good one, dude.
yeah. That's the one with Tom Cruise, right?
No, it's the one with Mila Jovovich from Fifth Element. You know the chick from Fifth Element?
Yeah.
She played that movie. The chick with her name is Mila, right? Mila Jovovich.
Hold on. Oh, that's the chick from who also played Resident Evil.
Yes.
She's hot,
That's a good
man.
one.
I like her, man. I fucking like her. She's
Yeah, she
Russian,
played
I
a
believe.
good role on that one. And some of the lines that they have in that movie is awesome.
It was not the movie I thought about. I think I've seen that one, but I need to rewatch that one. But it was not. I thought about the one with the corn circles and Tom Cruise. Wasn't it Tom Cruise and some corn circles or something?
Oh, you're talking about what's that one, babe, that I watch all the time? The one with Tom Cruise. Remember, he's got his son and daughter.
World War.
Yeah, it is World War, huh?
Is it?
I think it's called World War. The one with Tom Cruise and aliens are fucking. I've always been here, and
They spit out the
War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds.
World to Worlds. Yeah, that's a good ass movie. That's something that's more feasible for me. If aliens came down, that's probably how it would be, bro. Just like that.
Yeah. Oh. Actually, it was not that movie I thought about because I'm not sitting and looking it up. It was Signs with Mel Gibson. Fucking, that was the
Oh
movie I
yeah,
thought about.
dude. That's probably the best movie that can give you a little picture on what would happen if aliens did come down. That
Yeah.
movie's a good. That movie.
That's
That
when
movie.
all the kids sit with their tinfoil hats on. I need to watch that, The Fourth Kind. I cannot remember shit of that movie.
It's a good movie, dude. It's a good movie. Definitely on the edge of your seat the whole time. What just happened today? They Megazord time.
It's
Is that what they just did?
Star.
He's like, well, with our powers combined, Dragon Sword. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
We were doing that and someone was like,
I found The Fourth Kind, man. It's on the Internet Archive. Awesome. Don't have to pay for
Yeah,
it.
it's a good movie. Definitely a 10 out of 10 for me on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it later. Bookmarking it.
Bro, the whole film was done very well, and just the way they clipped in the real footage, because it's based on a true story. the way they clipped in the real footage from the stuff that they were doing, it's amazing, bro. It gave me goosebumps watching it the first time.
Roger that. I didn't know it was based on a true story. Oh.
Yeah, it's in Alaska, Nome, Alaska, I think.
Roger that.
If you look up graphic fossil record of humanity on YouTube, the only thing that comes up are religious videos that try to debunk the fossil record.
Oh, I would imagine
from churches.
Pop-ups down Ra also, because he have a few videos of those and debates of those actually. I think he debated Alan Ra debated Kent Hovind on the fossil record. Kent Hovind is a fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah,
Jesus
I know.
Fucking Christ.
Oh, I know.
Kenyan researchers have unveiled the remains of one of the earliest humans at an archaeological site near the capital, Nairobi. Believed to be 3.5 million years old, the remains of Australopithecine afarensis had earlier been discovered in Tanzania and Ethiopia, while their discovery in Kenya could reinforce its famed status.
Dude, look at that.
While their discovery...
What?
It looks cool, man.
Yeah, that thing does look cool. Look at the fin on the top of the head.
That's what I'm looking at, bro.
Wild, dude.
What the let me make that.
Bro, some of those skulls, like the elongated skull from some of our ancestors, you know? That's just crazy.
What about the skull of the Star Child? That was never, it was never debunked. You know what I'm talking about, right? That little...
Yeah.
Where there was no sutures or anything. It was a whole round fucking...
It's all one piece.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
all...
Yeah.
Yeah.
They couldn't fucking debunk it. I thought it was fucking bullshit, but I watched quite a few videos about it. All those tests they have done on it and shit.
Yeah, there's some really good shows about some of this stuff that goes in depth. You know what I'm saying?
While their discovery in Kenya could rank evidence of early human species close to a major urban center, showing that they lived close to the city.
It wasn't until recently that we started having a lot of our discoveries being aired in the media. But the local people in Kenya realized that whatever we've been talking about, probably, you know, these are very important discoveries. That's how they got.
Dude, I'm gonna assert that shit is fake.
Yeah, that face right there, is that supposed to be a face? But it looked like those at the...
Yeah, that's what they did the skull.
Yeah.
Kenyan researchers have...
and added stuff onto it.
Oh yeah, that's how, that's right. That's how they formed the skulls and how they look. That's right.
Yeah.
That's a valid technique.
I watched the whole special on that shit where they were reconfiguring.
Yeah, when they said those small sticks all around the fucking cranium to make the fucking difference and shit.
Oh.
Bro, they had the muscles in the eyebrow.
Yep.
I was like, what the fuck? You gotta jump.
No, I'm not doing that. You just poked my belly button.
Bro, you see how wide that dude's eyes were on that last skull?
Yeah.
There's like 3 fingers in the middle, dude. What the fuck?
Dude, that shit right there looks like some paper mache Halloween bullshit. I'm sorry, man.
You want to see the real deal, you got to go to the Natural History Museum.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at right here, bro. It looks like slee stacks from Land of the Lost. Fins like that on top of the head. I'm feeling the top of my head. I'm like, I don't get that. I mean, I've seen people with pointy heads before, but the fin held their jaw muscles. Is that for real, Billy? Are these real fossils right here, bro? This is like some missing link shit. This is like what we were before we're here, like what we were just talking about.
Yeah, this is what we were before we're this.
Evolution, baby.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure we've evolved, dude. I'm sure people were a lot hairier back then. you know, like crazy strong. You know what I mean?
I think that's a jawbone or something.
Yeah.
You're out running around looking for food, getting chased by a saber tooth. Hell yeah, I'm gonna be strong. Then you got to worry about cavemen that are like 3 times a normal human's fucking strength. Fuck yeah. Evolution is pretty crazy to think, dude. Look at the different skulls, bro.
It is.
I could imagine if all species of human beings were still alive. Cohabitating, you know what I'm saying? All species.
No, I'm in.
That would never fucking happen when
Florida.
that species we have now, right now, cannot even fucking figure it out, man.
Yeah, no, we
Imagine
would.
Yeah,
Because
Tool, I see.
natural nature is to conquer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can see your YouTube comments. There's Instagram. There's Rumble comments. I can see them all.
Bro, it's crazy how some of their skulls, dude, their eyebrows, the eyebrow ridge is so freaking big on some of them skulls, dude. Couldn't even imagine somebody like that
Look
staring
at how
at you.
smooth those.
Oh my.
Look at how smooth the tops of those skulls are right there, and then compare those to these.
Bro, look how wide that dude's eyes are.
I think that one with that fin on top, that is probably more a monkey fucking thing than it's human. It's closer to some kind of monkey than it is to human.
I'm pretty sure a gorilla's skull looks like that, dude, with the little ridge on top, that little ridge.
Huh.
Oh, I actually think that's correct. I think I've seen that.
Has been made in China. Researchers say they found the skull of what they believe is a new species of human, which could be our closest evolutionary relative. If confirmed, Dragon Man, as he's been named, would replace the Neanderthals as our sister species.
Dragon Man.
Our science correspondent, Palab.
Dragon Man.
Meet the Dragon Man, a perfectly preserved skull found in the Black Dragon River province in northeastern China. He's thought to be a new species of human that lived 146,000 years ago. A 3D scan shows a huge head.
So much for the Bible's claim that it was only 5,000 or 6,000 years ago.
The brain that was about the same size as ours.
Yeah.
But other features, such as a prominent brow ridge, suggest something more primitive.
But they don't believe in
evolution.
evolution.
Oh my gosh, you can't believe that, you know? So, and it is so well preserved. You can see all the details.
And this is what the researchers think he looked like.
My AC repair guy.
Powerfully built. So where does Dragon Man fit into the new human family tree? Well, 7 million years ago, the first human-like creatures emerged. They became progressively more developed until 2 million years ago, our ancient ancestor
check that out.
emerged. That led to our close cousins, the Neanderthals, and us, and we coexisted a few 100,000 years ago. Dragon Man, it's claimed, is a new species that lived alongside us. Not only that, it's more closely related to us.
I've been studying human evolution, for the last 50 years or so, and this for me is one of the most significant fossils that I have seen and studied in all of that time. And it really gives us a new view of human evolution, because it looks like, on our analyses, this is a sister species to Homo sapiens, our own species.
Some experts believe that the new species might belong to a mysterious branch of humans called the Denisovans. All we know about them is from a handful of human fossils.
We've had indications that they existed, and then they found more in a jaw from Tibet, suggesting that that jaw may have been Denisovans. But now, because this jaw from Tibet and Dragon Man look like each other, now we may actually have the first face of the Denisovans.
Hell yeah.
Ellen loves her job.
Yeah, that would be awesome to have a job like that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
What? Real life Indiana Jones.
Yes. Bro, look at that brown skull right there, dude. I would hate to run into that as a normal human being. Just run into that in the jungle, bro. I'm running.
I'm out of there. I'm out of there.
Massive head, dude. Massive head.
These earlier skulls, found in China, have baffled scientists until now. The new human, they say, was the last in line in the evolution of long-lost ancient relatives in Asia that we've only
Whoa,
just
look at that
found
one,
out
dude.
about.
That one looks crazy. What the fuck? Oh, millions.
BBC News.
Priceless.
If they came out of China, I would be suspicious, to be honest. They fucking fake everything. I wouldn't push it past them to fucking fake we found a fucking link to human beings. I wouldn't fucking put it past them. They fake everything else. Nothing you fucking see coming out of China is real. So why the fuck would that be? That was when I believed it all the way up to that point when they said they came from China. I really did.
That's bootleg as fuck. That's just made out of Kevlar or some shit, dude. Painted.
I mean, it's not, what was it, a month, 2 months ago, China, we have made a semiconductor that can work at room temperature. Wasn't real either. I mean, no matter what comes out of China, it's fucking fake, man. But that dragon man there, that's fucking intriguing. I like that. It really is.
Yeah, that is very interesting, dude. The way their
We'll
skull
dive
is formed is
straight in
crazy.
if we may, because I know we've got limited time. But let's start by introducing everyone to Dragon Man Homo longi. Tell us when and where this skull was found.
Yes, so as you can see, it's a beautifully preserved fossil.
Wow.
And it was found in 1933 in river deposits at Harbin in northeastern China. And at that time, Japanese forces were occupying the region, and they ordered a bridge to be built across the river at Harbin for the railway. And you can see the bridge, it's still there today. And so some Chinese workers were excavating deposits, to build the foundations of the bridge. And a team of them found this beautifully preserved human skull. And this was only a few years after the Peking man remains had been discovered. So the leader of the team of workers realized it was important. He didn't want it to fall into the hands of the Japanese, so he took it home. And apparently it's a traditional way in China of hiding your treasures is to put them down a disused well. So he wrapped it up and put it down a disused well. And it sat there for something like 80 years. And as he was near to dying, this man told his grandchildren to look down the well, and sure enough, they found the fossil down there, still beautifully preserved, and that's how it came to be known. And within a couple of years, it had transferred to a museum at Hebei University, and that's when it became available for scientific study.
It's an incredible story, isn't it? Hidden for 80 years and then only recently come to the notice of scientists. It might never have been recovered at all.
Bro,
well, absolutely.
That shit for like 100
years. It may not have been recovered the first time, and it may not have been recovered from the well the second time round. So we're very lucky to have it, and it is a wonderful fossil.
And how did you come to study the skull?
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, I was fortunate enough to be invited to join the team of Chinese scientists who were studying the fossil, because I've worked on fossils from comparable time periods, particularly Homo heidelbergensis and the Neanderthals, of course. So those were the first points of comparison for Harbin. So yeah, they invited me to join the team, and a couple of them came over 2 years ago to London, and we started our joint study, and we published our papers in the journal The Innovation in June.
Fantastic to read those papers as well, and they were very, very widely reported. You mentioned the skull was very well preserved. You've got a replica of the skull, I believe, have you, with you?
I have, yes. So this is quite a famous replica. It's appeared a lot of times now. So, of course, it is a huge fossil, and this replica, it's a 3D print, and it is astonishingly big. So I'm putting it next to my head here. You can get an idea of how large it is. Sorry, tricky to get it with the camera, but it is very large. It's the biggest fossil skull I've ever studied. You know, remarkable, and as you can see, beautifully preserved.
Very, very beautifully preserved. Incredible. It's got some, apart from its unusual size, it's got some other unusual features, hasn't it? Can you talk us through the features of the skull?
Yeah, so it's got unusual combinations of features. So at first glance, you might think it's a Homo heidelbergensis fossil because of those great big brow ridges and the very robust, size of and robusticity of the fossil. But when you look at the side view there, you can see, yes, it's got a long and low brain case, but at the back of the skull, if that was a heidelbergensis, it would have a strong ridge of bone across it and an angulated occipital bone. So Harbin doesn't have that. So it's distinct from heidelbergensis. And when we look at the face, we can see also a very distinctive morphology there. So the face is huge, great big orbits, great big nose, but the cheekbones are low and very delicately built. The middle of the face is flat, and that looks much more like a modern human. So it's got these unusual combinations of features, and the face is also tucked under the brain case. And we can see this lovely video here.
Look how big the eye sockets
to
are.
show you
Fuck.
the wonderful preservation.
Big fucking eye.
So in the rear view there, it hasn't got that strong angulation you find in heidelbergensis. And the face is tucked under the brain case, as I say, in a way we find in Homo sapiens. So a special combination of features, and sadly just one tooth preserved. We've got one great big upper molar preserved still in the skull. All the rest of the teeth sadly are lost.
And we don't have the lower jaw at all.
And there's no lower jaw, sadly. No.
But still an absolutely amazing specimen.
Yes, it's one of the best preserved fossil human skulls there is. Yeah.
We're calling him Dragon Man. Can we tell it male or female? Can we tell that from the skull?
We can't say for sure. If we ever had the DNA, that might help tell us. But we judge obviously from the robusticity. So in modern and fossil specimens, obviously males tend to be larger, tend to have more strong brow ridges, larger mastoid processes. So things like that point to this being a male individual, but we can't be 100% certain, but almost certainly male, I would say. And of course, we've got this nickname Dragon Man because
that was a chick. That was a big ass
that
chick.
Harbin in is called the Dragon River Province. So it was a nice name. A really great popular name for this.
Grab you up, bro.
It's perfect. It's a fantastic name. And Dragon Man has been widely reported as representing a new
I'd be
species.
so scared, dude.
What's your take on that? What's your opinion?
Well, yes. I mean, if we look at the fossils, and maybe we can put up some of the contemporary fossils from the region. So in this picture here, the Harbin fossil, original fossil, is on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, we've got a Homo erectus reconstructed specimen from Beijing, from so-called Peking man. And then in the center there, we've got three other fossils from China. And so our analyses really grouped the Harbin fossil with two of those fossils, with Jinushan and Dali, but it suggested it was different from Marpar, different from Homo erectus, different from Neanderthals, different from Heidelbergensis, different from us. And so the level of difference is about the same as the difference between us and Neanderthals. So if we group Neanderthals as a distinct species, then we would group Harbin and its other associated fossils as being a distinct species as well. And in my view, if we could just go back to that previous one with the Chinese skulls. So on my view, the Harbin specimen is similar enough to the Dali fossil from China that they represent the same species. And Dali actually has already got a species name, not widely used, but it does exist, Homo daliensis. So in my view, if Harbin is a distinct species, we should probably call it Homo daliensis, but some of my Chinese colleagues felt it was distinct enough to be its own species, along with one other fossil from China, and they named that Homo longi Dragon Man, which is where the Dragon Man name comes from. Yeah.
So still some debate, still some work to be done there.
Yes, yes.
And what does research suggest about their place on the human family tree?
Yes, so if we could, so this is just a general view of some of the fossils from so this is based on our human evolution exhibition, and we can see some of the fossils in the last 500,000 years. We've got Heidelbergensis, NAYLED, Neanderthals, Denisovans, we'll probably come to them a bit later, Homo sapiens. And so Dragon Man is, around, we think around at least 150,000 years old. So it lies in that time period where we've got an overlap of these different human species. And I would say Dragon Man represents Homo daliensis, an additional species. And if we can go to the phylogeny from our publication, so this was, there are many different ways one can compare fossils, and one of my Chinese colleagues, Ziyong Ni, is an expert on phylogenetic analysis, building up trees of relationships based on the traits of the fossils. And so we had over 600 characteristics of fossils that we put into this analysis, and it built up trees, and the most parsimonious ones, the most economical in terms of changes in steps, gave us three main groups of later humans in Europe and Asia and Africa. So you can see there on the right hand side a Homo sapiens group. So that was the fossils we attribute to Homo sapiens, and also some earlier ones from Africa, such as Jebel Ihud. It produced a clade based around Harbin, which was consisting of other Chinese fossils, and we've mentioned Dali already and Jinu Shan. Then there was the Neanderthal grouping, and that included not only the late Neanderthals, but early fossils such as the ones from the Cima de los Huesos at Atapuerca. And then we had an outgroup of Homo heidelbergensis fossils and a further outgroup of Homo erectus fossils. And as you can see, one of the most surprising things for me as well was the grouping as most closely related of the Harbin group and Homo sapiens. So my first guess would be that Harbin would have grouped with the Neanderthals because of that long, low brain case and the big brow ridge and so on. But the analysis perhaps picked up the similarities in the facial shape and ended up grouping Harbin slightly more closely with Homo sapiens.
That is a surprise. So more closely related to modern humans potentially than Neanderthals are.
That's right, yes. And obviously this is only a hypothesis based on our analyses, and there are many thousands of trees, and some of those trees actually did group Harbin with the Neanderthals, but they were less parsimonious. They had more evolutionary steps, if you like, along the way.
Fascinating questions to ask and to answer. And on that note, just a reminder to our viewers, if you do have any questions for Chris or at all, do post those in the chat. This is your chance to ask questions too. So let us know your questions. We'll send them to Chris during the course of the show. But Chris, there is a question that I would like to get onto. Denisovans. Now, there has been some question, hasn't there, of whether the Harbin skull might actually represent a Denisovan. And so for maybe our viewers that aren't familiar with them, we should perhaps explain who the Denisovans were, first of all.
Yes, so I think we've got an image of, yes, so Denisova Cave is in southern Siberia in Russia, and Russian archaeologists were excavating it. They've been excavating it for more than 50 years, and they found some fragmentary human fossils, and we see a couple of them on the top left there. There's a very big molar tooth and a little bit of a finger bone. And the fantastic thing is that the preservation of DNA in the cave, both in sediments and in the fossils themselves, is remarkable. And so we have complete genomes now of these fragmentary individuals from Denisova Cave. And remarkably, we also have Neanderthal fossils from Denisova Cave. So Neanderthals were living there as well. At some of the same times, they overlapped. There's even a fossil from Denisova Cave that seems to be a first-generation hybrid, a child of a Neanderthal mother and a Denisovan father. So it's an astonishing sight. And so these Denisovans, identified from their genomes, were distinct from us, distinct from Neanderthals, apparently slightly more closely related to Neanderthals on their DNA. And they represent a distinct lineage of humans in Asia. And of course, with Harbin, our analyses identified a distinct lineage of humans in China. So why not? They're one and the same thing. It would greatly simplify things if we could say Harbin is a Denisovan and we've just got one deep lineage, a separate lineage of humans in China. And the problem with that is that the Denisovans are mostly known from their DNA and some fragmentary fossils. Our Harbin group, of course, is mostly known from fossils, particularly of skulls and jawbones. So until we get a really complete fossil cranium with a complete genome of a Denisovan, we can't be sure what the Denisovans look like. I think Harbin probably is a Denisovan. It's got a great big molar tooth, for example, and it lives at the right time period to be a denisovan and in the right part of the world. But really, we need more data, and my Chinese colleagues are considering looking at fossil protein and fossil DNA material from the Harbin fossil. But this is destructive. There's only one tooth in that skull, so to actually start analysing it, it is destructive. It's got to be considered very carefully. But of course, if we could get protein or DNA material from the Harbin fossil, it would really help us on this question of whether Harbin is indeed a denisovan.
Yeah, it's such a tantalising prospect, isn't it? The denisovans seem so mysterious. We know much about them from their DNA, not from actual fossils, because we just have fragments.
Yes, that's right. The most complete supposed denisovan fossil is a jawbone. I don't know whether we've got an image of that one. Yeah, so this jawbone was discovered in a cave or apparently discovered in a cave on the Tibetan plateau of China. It's the Jiahe mandible. It's reconstructed there, but you can see it's very robust. It's a very thick jaw, no chin on the lower jaw, but very big molar teeth. And of course, these are only lower molars, but they are big, and in that sense, they match the denisovan ones and they match the Harbin ones. So
anytime, bro.
They heard me. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks to Panoy and Cyber. You guys take care, and I will see you guys later.
Have a good one, bro.
Alright. Alright, peace.